Hello. Today is January 6th, 2025, Monday. Um, I think today was a pretty good day overall. There's definitely, I always have things to criticize about how my day went, usually like self criticism. But overall, today was a pretty good day. I, um, I got up a bit late. I was just like super dead tired yesterday. I think I went to bed around like 1 and initially woke up at 7, saw that it was 7, went back to sleep. And then I think I like woke up like at 9 and kept like snoozing because I was just like, it was just so hard to get up. Um, Eventually I did. I kind of like drifted in and out of sleep with my morning meetings. Um, then I fully got up, I think around 10ish, 10:30 maybe, showered, did all that stuff. Um, had a couple good meetings. Um, then did some work, not actual work. That's kind of one thing other than waking up on time, getting some like progress towards my actual task in my sprint. Um, but overall, it wasn't bad. I then after work, I was just still dead tired, so I I went to sleep at like I think 5:30 and then got up at 8. So I had like this was a solid 2 hour nap. And since then, I was just kind of playing a little bit of Pokemon Pocket, watching some of just that old Moon stream. I want to be the Bashi still, and I still have to eat dinner. I have this nice bowl of instant udon, but I cooked some tofu to put in it, so it's not just all instant. But yeah, overall I'm doing okay. Didn't get to exercise today, unfortunate. I think it's too late at this point, but yeah, you might hear in the background I'm doing some laundry, but all in all, pretty good. So let's see. Well, last night I was reading to try and go to sleep. I was reading this book on grand strategy, which seems like a very ostentatious title, but it's written by this guy who teaches at Yale. He has this seminar on grand strategy where he kind of goes through history and elucidates lessons from history for future leaders, quote unquote. Now, I've never really gotten past the first chapter of this book, but I will probably be tonight. It was good. It was good. You know, is very relevant too because it starts off with this comparison of hedgehogs versus foxes, which is this term coined by this guy named um, God, what's his name? Berlin. Yeah, he divides like writers into hedgehogs and foxes, and then it went viral for whatever viral is in the 1940s, and since then it's been a pretty ubiquitous term. Now, I'll directly read from it because I don't understand well enough to kind of give my own interpretation, maybe, but the basic premise is that hedgehogs relate everything to a single central vision through which all that they say and do has significance. Foxes, in contrast, pursue many ends, often unrelated and even contradictory, connected, if at all, only in some de facto way, which is needlessly ambiguous, but I'm definitely a fox. That's like, first time I read that, I knew I was a fox. Rereading it, I'm still sure I'm a fox. And I think people around me that a couple of friends I've had One of them is for sure a hedgehog. The other, I'm not totally sure, to be honest. I think personally he's a fox, but he acts like a hedgehog sometimes to annoy my hedgehog friend. But I feel that like the specific quote about hedgehogs is the thing that I feel like I'm missing. The like everything they do is through a single centralized vision through which all that they do and say has significance. It's this true north. It's this guiding light, this compass, so to speak. And I feel like that's the thing I'm missing. From a personal level, on a personal level, I've always been good at synthesizing information. I've always been good at, like I think I said yesterday that, I'm good at changing my mind, maybe. A little too good at changing my mind sometimes. But I think that was kind of the big takeaway from that yesterday. Other than the fact that, like, hey, you need to have both to be good at anything in life. I think another thing that was very good, too, is I do have a hedgehog-like trait. I tend to be a bit maybe over-optimistic. There's a line in here where it's Gaddis talks about what grand strategy is supposed to be. The term for the purposes of this book is the alignment of potentially unlimited aspirations with necessarily limited capabilities. I have unlimited aspirations. Always have. Growing up, I wanted to get my JD, my MBA, and a PhD. Something like that. But yeah, and then he follows it up with, if you seek ends beyond your means, then sooner or later you'll have to scale back your ends to fit your means. Expanding means may attain more ends, but not all, because ends can be infinite and means can never be. Whatever balance you strike, there'll be a link between what's real and what's imagined, between your current location and your intended destination. You won't have a strategy until you've connected these dots, dissimilar though they are within the situation in which you're operating. And that's the thing. I have unlimited aspirations, but my current reality is disconnected from my imagined reality, and I don't really plan. I have in the past planned to, but I don't end up sticking to it. So that's another thing too. It's like follow through, dedication to the stratagem, quote unquote. I'm not a bad strategizer necessarily. I've got plans for days, plans on plans, but when it comes to following through, not amazing. That's another thinking point for me. It's funny because he uses an example of a student waking up late and getting a cold bagel instead of a hot breakfast. And while in the, it might not seem like a lot, but it can have, well, my interpretation was that it might not seem like that a lot, but it can have long-term ramifications. Who knows? Kind of butterfly effecty. And then I was like, yeah, he's right. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. And then I didn't wake up till literally 3 minutes before my meeting. So, another kind of a mark against my, I don't know, what's it called? It's called like, perseverance. Grit, maybe. I'm not gritty. I don't have a lot of grit, I think. I quit a lot. It depends, actually. I've talked about this with my therapist before. But when I really have grit is when when it's like vengeance. When I'm like trying to get back at somebody. If I feel slighted or like, it's like I'll show them type deal. That's when I have the most perseverance. But I don't have a lot of internal grit. Yeah. I don't know. that's I think today's daily check-in. Not really much, just kind of thinking about the. I'll read the book a bit more, and yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.